Oh yes, now family ammo, welcome back to another video on Jazza TV. You have to excuse that light in the back there, can't be bothered turning it off, so you're stuck with it and I'm stuck with it. It's doing my head in already. I think the battery's going, it keeps flicking, I keep thinking that the busies are behind me. But anyway, today's topic, we're going to talk about the judges in boxing and what I would like to see and what I do see. I've just been watching the Arthur Better Behave against Dimitri Bivol fight then from the weekend just gone, and I know people had about weight, didn't they, and what I seen from a boxer's perspective and what I copped onto anyway was I seen how boxers score a fight differently to fans, and they know what's going on the inside of the ring. And then so I used to watch Matthew Macklin commentating, and I used to always agree with Matthew Macklin, and people I used to see on the line, what's online, people used to say, what's Macklin going on about? Does he even know what he's talking about? But Macklin really knew what he was on about, because he had an insider's point of view and what I think he used to watch the fighter. So when you're watching two people, Bivol will use this fight as the example. So when Bivol was taking the back foot, it weren't a choice. Bivol wasn't given a choice on taking the back foot. Now people say you can't score on aggression. The fighter scored by punches landed. I seen an interview with Frank Wallen just recently saying that, and he's right. It is a punch landed, punch by punch. I get that, but when there's nothing happening, there's also space that you're fighting for in the ring, and Bivol he wasn't allowed that space. So what's going on the inside in a fighter's mind when you're not getting that space and you're not being given that space, and you're fighting hard for that space, and you don't choose to be on the back foot but you're getting put on the back foot? That's a different story. I really believe that the judges should be seeing that, and when fighters are fatiguing, tiring, and one of them's pressing on, and that is the case, they can't fight for the space. From a fighter's perspective, on the inside, when you're in the ring and you're fighting, this is a real thing, and fans who've never been in a boxing ring, it's hard to see. Just like I'm watching snooker players playing snooker, it's hard for me to even say he should screw back on the pink and come round off two cushions. It's easy for me to say without that pressure. I could just say what he should do, but having the ability to do it's a different story, isn't it? And sometimes we can do that. It's a lot harder to do it under the lights, and when you've got someone imposing himself on someone, that's why they do. Well, they say you should score aggression. You shouldn't score aggression because you see a bull on the matador, don't you? The matador's always winning, but the bull is more aggressive. So you shouldn't just score aggression, but when you're controlling the distance, you're controlling the pace, you're controlling everything about it, and you're tiring your man out doing it, I think that's when you should give the round to the aggressor, not because of the aggression but because of how he's controlling the fight, not by punches thrown, but how hard it is for the opponent to stick with him in them situations. That's when there's nothing happening and he's not getting his head counted off. I get that, I understand that, but when it's close rounds, I will give it to the aggressor if he's forcing the pace, going on a little bit here, aren't I? So what would I like to see with the judges? Because I think that we're getting closer and closer and closer to something happening, because people's livelihoods are getting thrown down the shitter because of incompetent judges. Now I don't really believe that there's bribes going on. I don't believe that I'm confident in saying no one's taking any bribes. Now judges will happily favour the home fighter because they know that promoter can request that judge doesn't be there. They can request that they don't use that judge again, and that's why some judges might want to keep the promoter on side, because at the end of the day, these judges do love boxing. They are boxing fans. They want to be there. They want to be ringside. They want to be at these spectacles. You know, imagine being a judge and having the best seat in the house, on one of the biggest cards in the world. You're not going to want to upset that promoter to ruin your chance. It's a special thing to go home to your grandkids or whatever and tell them what it was like on the night when you judged Anthony Joshua against Daniel Dubois, Tyson Fury against Alexander Usyk. I get it, I understand that. So you can be swayed. You can be swayed in that situation. How would I like that to be prevented? How would I say? I would say 5 judges would be better than 3. 5 judges I think would be better than 3, and you take the 3 medium scorecards. You know, obviously you have the odd one, don't you? What's always a rogue card, and it's obvious. You take that one out. The 3 closest cards, I don't know how would you do it, but I think that there's less chance for corruption if there's more cards. You used to have the referee judging, didn't they? In some fights, you know, obviously the non-titles fights, and fights used to go over to the referee and the referee lays their hands. That doesn't happen anymore, but I would like to see that. I would like to see accountability in terms of they go to the judges in between rounds. Not sorry, not in between rounds. Imagine that, blow the mind, wouldn't it? I've got this fight after round 3, but to go to the judge after a fight, if these are mad scorecards, they go to the judge and they ask them why. Or I would also like a computer system for the judges. He can do his card by hand with his pen like he always does, but you can also be, or maybe on the paper, he can be given options. Why did you score this? And he could circle one option: aggressor, or counter puncher, or punches landed, or round dominated, or whatever. Or what did you like, apples or oranges? He can put that explanation down. You know what I mean? And it gives him less chance to say. So say like you see one round, what's close. It's obvious to see you chose this one way or the other. It was close, but you chose this or that reason. If he's got options on why he chose that, he can't go rogue. He can't give a mad answer, and he's held accountable for them decisions. Maybe I would like to see him have a little bit interviews afterwards if judges are up for that. And I understand it's the boxing judges, aren't they? As professional fighters, I had to learn a long time ago to get used to the media. I was terrible at the media. I hated it. I've learned to like it because I have to do it. That's just my way of dealing with it now. So I do enjoy it because I've got to, basically. And I got good at it. But these judges they're not television presenters, are they? They're not trained in media. But I would like to see some accountability, you know. You see boxing coaches too. A lot of boxing coaches getting involved nowadays on the social media. It's great for the fans, you know, and I think that they would like to see these judges talking about it. The judge has got a good platform and he can be held accountable, you know, and people would like to see that. I think people would like to see the lives of a referee and a judge and stuff like that, because they do a good job. They do a fantastic job. So not only when they are getting the criticism, maybe get them on when they're doing well as well. Not when they score a card perfect and you see who are these people who are actually doing a good job, and maybe there's a space there for judges like that too. I don't know if they are up for that type of thing. I don't know, but that's my opinion. I have to say it is a tough job. I've done it on white collar scenes, you know, like white collar fights, refereed, and I'm judged, and it's hard. It's not as easy as you would think when you're sitting at home saying that was obvious to you. It's different on the night. You've got one angle, you don't get replays. You've got to score it live, and also you're a human being. You have lapse in concentration. You know what I mean? You can be 30 seconds into a round and go, "Oh, what's going on here? Bloody hell, I was thinking about something else." That's a real thing, you know. Especially if it comes so. Now judging, you are good at the job, and obviously this is their job to concentrate. I understand that, but it's only normal to be to have lapse in concentrations and things like that. So yeah, that's my opinion on the judges. What do you think yourselves? Like, regarding the Bivol fight, how did you score it? Bivol and Beterbiev, how did you score the fight? And also, is there anything that you'd like to see in regards of the judges and the officials, and what do you think would make a difference in boxing around this stuff? Because I think we are coming to an end with the way it is, you know, and more eyes are on boxing, and it stains boxing a little bit, and you see promoters taking the slack for judges sometimes. So sometimes if it's a, say, like, let's just use Matchroom for example, or boxer, people will be online giving Ben Shalom or Eddie Hearn, giving them grief because the judges have just called the fight obviously wrong, and it's mad, innit? So I think even the judges, even the promoters, they're sick of it. So what do you think? Yeah, let me know in your opinion. But thank you for watching, Family Ammo. Sorry about that blue light. I'll get out the car now and turn it off. But you have a lovely night.